Hi guys, it's Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge, and this is my special on the knives that I bought in department stores in the United States this summer while on vacation, 2016. Let's start with Walmart. Walmart has a number of very inexpensive knives. I got, I think, 3 or 4 here that were less than $4 US. I'll try to put the descriptions below if I can. I'll have to go online and find them again. For some crazy reason, I threw out the packaging. Here's one. It looks like carbon fiber on there. Very deep carry clip. Fairly sharp blade. You know, these are going to be very inexpensive steel. Obviously, I understand that. These are very inexpensive knives. $379, $387, something like that. $387, I think, is what the main price is on most of these knives. So I got this one. I'm going to go rather quickly because I've got a number of knives to go over in this video. You've seen this one if you've been around the knife videos, inexpensive knife videos for a while. This one's from Walmart for $387. It's a flipper that doesn't really flip. At least I can't get it to flip unless I do a big wrist thing like that. A decent, looks like a stone-washed blade, quite sharp. Another liner lock, open pillar construction, fairly sharp. It's a nice knife. Another one that I found only at a few of them was this Backlock knife. This is actually one of my favorite Walmart finds this summer for $387. Fits the hand very well, and it's got a nice edge. It's a small, drop in your pocket knife. That's a very typical shape and everything. And they went to the effort of putting in 2 different kinds of woods, and then a metal bolster up here. The fit and finish is pretty rough right there. See that? But it's not even $4. I like this knife. I've been carrying this one a fair bit the last couple of days. We got back from vacation just 2 days ago, so bear with me on that. Another one, these are all called Ozark Trail, the brand name, if you go to Walmart in the US. This one that's got a fairly deep or wide blade, whichever way you measure it and say. It's also a liner lock. Nice and big, fits in the hand. My pinky comes down on this angled part here, so it still helps to hold it. Some nice jimping here that's not too aggressive, that doesn't hurt or anything. It actually is useful. Hollow grind, a short little blade. A nice stubby kind of knife for EDCing. Clip it's not a very deep carry. You got a lot of it sticking out there. And on none of these can you move the clips. The clip is where it is, and they are pretty much all tip down carry, which isn't preferred, but it is what it is. This one, now let's go with this one first. This one's reminiscent of another knife that I have from, I think it's Nland, that also has this kind of jimping style all the way around the edge, and wood. Fits in the hand nice. Good sharp blade, nice shape, very functional for small tasks, for whittling, stuff like that. Again, hollow grind, liner lock. Other than the Backlock, they are all liner locks, except for this one. I guess you'd probably call it a frame lock. I guess the scales are the liner. The scales might mean that it's not a frame lock because it's got scales. It's got these small wooden scales here, and there's the locking mechanism right there that functions just like a frame lock, except for there's the added wooden scale here. The clip is kind of strange because it has to come up to meet the wood scale, and then it comes up, but it's not terribly tight. It goes in and out of the pocket fairly well, and because it's got wood on here, it's probably not going to be a pocket killer. It's not going to wear out your jeans, I don't think. I'm going to use it for a while. This one's got a longer blade. This one I think was $687 or $787. It's the most expensive ones of these Walmart Ozark Trail specials that I got. And it's got a few hot points when you hold it. It's just not made very ergonomically. It's made for a hand that's either slightly smaller than mine, you know, to fit everything in before this point here, from here to here, have all your 4 fingers, or for a hand that's bigger when your pinky would go over here. My hand's sort of in between, so it's not very comfortable. It's most comfortable in my left hand, where I do pull the pinky up over there. And being ambidextrous has its advantages and disadvantages. I can use either hand, but I'm not super proficient in either one. Probably a little bit better in my right, actually, because that's how I've been using knives and things. I just write and use my utensils when I eat, mostly with my left. Other than that, I'm fairly right-handed. So there you go. Those are the Walmart branded Ozark Trail specials. I got to keep moving. I mentioned these in some other videos. The Menards Guidesmans, this one and this one. I picked both of these up. This one was a little bit more expensive than this one. Both of them were under $20. I think I'm looking at about 15 and 12, if I remember. Oh, I kept the receipts. I think I kept the receipts. Or I'll look online at Menards and find out what I paid for these. There'll be full videos on both of these knives. I introduced them in other videos. I will introduce them in other videos as well. I also found a Victorinox single blade. Looks kind of odd, doesn't it? This was also at Menards that I found this. The blade's rather short for the length of the body, isn't it? Oh well, it's a real Victorinox, and they had it on for $9.99. I remember this one. I'll talk about this in another video. I believe I also found this Stanley at Menards. Is that right, sweetheart? My wife's in the background here. Where did I find this Stanley? She doesn't remember either. She was with me, but I think this was Menards as well, that I found this knife. You know, the skeletonized backlock, it actually feels very nice in the hand. I think it's 8CR13 MOV. I will confirm after speaking with Stanley, because it didn't say anything on the packaging, but that's really what it looks like, a regular old Chinese knife of that sort. I was very surprised to find at one Walmart that they actually had a Spyderco. They've got a Spyderco Tenacious with 8CR13 MOV steel, made in China. So if you ever see a Spyderco for less than $30, I think you got a steal on your hands. And of course, most of you know a lot about the Tenacious if you've been following knives for any amount of time, or you're a collector. Very nice knife, ergonomically, feels good. I don't know if I'll be doing a review on this Tenacious, because there's so many reviews on Tenacious out there. You know, I just wanted to let you know that this 8CR13 MOV version can be found at some Walmarts. I only saw it at one, and I made sure I snapped it up right away. So we got that. Finally, I got this Gerber. It's got this locking mechanism. This was on clearance for $17 because it was a return. It was a return because the tip has a tiny little bend in it. So somebody either pried or stabbed something really hard with it. I'm going to try to remedy that tip or just live with it. I'm not going to try too hard because I don't want to break the tip off. So you've got a lock, so you can lock the blade open, or you can lock the blade closed. That snap action works very well and holds the knife very secure. So you've got a tip up in your pocket and it won't open up by accident. You undo the lock and the assisted spring pulls the blade out. Feels very good in the hand. It's got some nice good size there, but it's a very deep carry clip. But this is what I wanted to show you. This set of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 knives. Wow, I didn't realize it was that many. That I bought at department stores, and I guess you might not call Menards a department store. It's more of a home store. But that's what I found this summer for really good deals. I'll be doing videos on each of these this summer. I just got distracted. My wife was playing a video. I'll be playing these. I'll be doing reviews of these knives over the next month or two, and tell me which ones you want to see first. Just please subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and always remember to cut towards your chum and not your thumb. Bye now.